What is going on, you variety-loving people? Hope you're to add some spice to your day. Welcome back to the 25 Days of Spicemas. We're your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jordan.
And if you're new to this whole thing called Spicemas, welcome. So basically to give you the rundown of Spicemas, basically every day we want to give you something, whether it is tips, information, advice, or actually giving something away. We've already given away stickers and a podcast slot, which is still available till we're probably gonna cut it off on the 23rd because we'll probably record our episode for Christmas like the 23rd. So but anyways, just people are still like putting in spots for that, so feel free to join in. If you have something, you can just DM us like what you're working on and what you're doing and why you should be on the podcast, and we'll just probably draw a name from a hat or something like that. But anyways, welcome to the 10th day of Spicemas. Today we had a question which is asked pretty often from people who are just like starting to get into like podcasting or some media of some sort. They're like, how do you start a podcast? I'm gonna let Jordan start, but I this actually reminded me that I forgot to give Tanner notes on how to start a podcast because he asked us about it. So I'm gonna send him this video.
I mean, it doesn't take that much to start a podcast. Like people think that it's gonna cost you like a lot of money to start, but for the most part, I mean, you already had your had your computer for like other reasons already, so that really doesn't count toward the cost. But all we did really was buy like a couple of mics, these mic stands with them, and I mean, pay. How much is our podcast service or like our hosting service?
It's like 70 something a year. So
yeah, so $70 a year is nothing at all.
Yeah,
and I mean, that's pretty much all you like pay for the most part, unless you want to pay for like publicity, but you don't really have to do that.
Yeah,
you can just publicize yourself freely on social media. Besides that, I mean, like finding topics is pretty easy if you're doing or talking about stuff that you're interested in.
Yeah,
and finding guests. Finding guests is probably I would say probably the hardest part, to be honest. It's still not too hard.
Yeah, I mean, people always want to come on podcasts and be interviewed.
Yeah, like just send emails to people or contact them on social media through their DMs, and I mean, a lot of people normally get back to you. So
yeah,
I mean, those are.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might even be like the complicated version of getting started.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's like the high
really
end.
That hard. I'm just trying to think of everything.
That's like the higher end of getting started.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just trying to think of everything, but like,
there's
not really that many difficult.
Yeah,
things.
I mean, obviously, if you have something you want to talk about, it should be something you enjoy. You like talking about. If you want to start a podcast on it, because you want to be able to do it like every day or every week or like once a week, whatever. Yeah, and that's like the thing. You want to have like a constant release schedule, whether it's like ours is every Monday and Thursday we release a podcast, but if it's every Monday for you, that's cool. Like people do that like one a week or something like that. But and I know people who release one every single day. So it just depends on like how much time you have and how much time you're gonna put into this. And just enjoy what you're talking about. But really, the only thing you need is like a phone. Like to start, like you can literally record audio on your phone, like just lay it on the table and talk.
We were contemplating doing that at first instead of buying mics.
Yeah,
but then the mics weren't that expensive.
Oh yeah, the mics aren't that expensive. Yeah, the mics might be the most expensive thing.
Yeah, but they're still.
But they're not that expensive. Yeah, but there's an app called Anchor. I mean, it like if you want to own your own podcast, I wouldn't suggest Anchor because Anchor kind of owns your podcast if you put it on there because they run ads and stuff over it. But if you want to like be able to eventually monetize your podcast, if you want to like make it like side hustle, like to create money, like some type of extra revenue for you, I would suggest like getting a hosting service such as like Podbean or Libsyn or something like that. There's like a bunch out there. But you can just like literally Google hosting services. Some are free for like depending on how much you put on there. Like I know Podbean allows you 2 hours per month or something like that. So if you plan on releasing a 15-minute podcast every week, so for like 4 weeks, like for the month, that's only an hour. You're only using an hour of your thing, so you could literally do it for free if you wanted to. Yeah. And but I mean, obviously we talk for like an hour at a time, so that wouldn't work for us. But I mean, it's super easy. But you can literally use your phone or you can get some equipment, and there's even cheaper mics in these, so it's not that hard. Go on Amazon, Google it. Mic stands are super cheap. But and maybe do it with a friend. It's a little bit more fun. But yeah, and I mean, if you guys have any like other specific questions about it, feel free to like reach out to us, like DM us or whatever. We're always open to answering questions. But in other news, don't forget to donate to our charity on our Patreon. Now we're going to donate the money to the charity. And we also, if you are local, remember to stop in our mom's shop, donate food cans to her, and or monetary donations as well. So we're going to combine our efforts and donate it somewhere. Still haven't figured that out yet, but we will one day. But anyways, happy holidays and have a positive and productive day.